स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने।
एक पवित्र सी हवा बहेगी,
उज्ज्वल उज्ज्वल हो भारत,
कोना कोना निर्मल होगा,
विश्व कहेगा जय भारत।
जाग उठेंगे भाग्य हमारे, स्वच्छ बनेगा ये भारत।
Trash and smoke. But amidst these stinking sights, India's cleanest is shining bright, showing us how Swachh Bharat can be seen if everyone works as a team. Every tourist destination in India faces the challenge of handling tourism waste from a floating population, which is hard to impact through awareness. Mysuru is no exception. An estimated 30 lakh people visit the Royal Palace of Mysuru in Karnataka every year. A sound indicator of the tourists Mysuru receives each year, over and above its resident 10 lakh population, and increasing importance as an information technology hub. Already, the city generates about 402 metric tons of waste daily, equivalent to 40 large truckloads. Additional growth means more waste and more pressure on the municipality. The Mysuru City Corporation decided very early on to tackle this problem, founded on an Information, Education and Communication or IEC campaign, which would push for source segregation. Mysuru topped the list of 73 clean cities in 2016. What made it so successful? An excellent IEC campaign to enlist citizens to lay the building block of solid waste management, segregating their waste by source. Door-to-door collection of household waste in all 65 wards of Mysuru, where segregated waste is collected in a segregated manner. Dry waste is only collected once a week to ensure the waste is not mixed up. The distribution of red and green bins for segregating waste to motivate citizens. A decentralized waste management plan which includes 9 zero waste management units. Large-scale segregation and composting at the landfill, which increases the life of the landfill. To achieve this, the MCC identifies different target groups and reinforces the messages via continuous IEC or Information, Education and Communication program. Having informed citizens, the MCC does not hesitate to fine those who do not follow the rules. Everyone is involved in learning about waste. This was key to MCC's success. The target groups are resident welfare associations, individual households, educational institutions, markets, commercial establishments and other waste generators. The message is never a long, even boring sermon, but takes many forms. Oath ceremonies are popular. In schools where children are taught segregation, they also take a mandatory oath to keep the country clean.
IC means Information, Education and Communication. We are educating public regarding solid waste management, because without awareness, this is highly impossible to achieve the target. Under IC program, we are educating public through street plays, door-to-door visit by distributing pamphlets, stickers, etc. And also we are visiting all school, colleges, and wherever some programs will be going on, so we'll go there. Either it is a marriage or some other program, any other program. Directly we'll go there and we educate people.
A third strategy was to repeat the messages in many different ways so that they were absorbed and taken seriously. This meant undertaking door-to-door campaigns, workshops and training programs, dissemination of IEC material such as pamphlets, posters, etc. on a continuous basis, message boards, interactive sessions with the media which would further disseminate the message, short plays in schools and colleges for educating children and youth, promotional campaigns on radio channels and television, daily announcements in autos, advertisements in newspapers. Mysuru has a planned decentralized waste management system. To take advantage of the citizens' willingness to segregate waste at source, a near universal doorstep waste collection service was rolled out. Every morning, the municipality's auto tippers are mobilized for door-to-door collection. Residents use 2 waste bins for garbage disposal. The green bin is used for wet waste disposal, while the red bin is for dry waste disposal. These bins are emptied into the segregated compartments of the auto tipper. MCC's target is 100% waste segregation. To achieve this, it has distributed 150,000 color-coded bins to household for segregation at source. Doorstep waste collectors ensure waste is properly segregated into the specified bins. Waste is segregated closer to its generation, reducing operational costs as well as the quantity of waste being sent to landfills.
We have 2 buckets, one is red and one is green. And in the red bucket we put dry waste, and in green bucket we put green waste. Like green leafy vegetables and onion waste. That's it in green bucket. In red bucket we use plastics. In green waste we recycle it, and this recycled waste is used as manure for gardening. It's very good. Like if we won't dispose the plastics, the dry waste, it will be surrounded by polluted environment.
The loaded auto tippers are required to take the waste to one of the 9 zero waste management units. Land is allocated to waste management units by the MCC within a 2-kilometer radius of the source of waste generation, like residential colonies or commercial complexes. In order to get its segregation strategy right, the corporation must know the source of the waste. Of the 402 tons of waste generated each day in Mysuru, 319 tons or 79.35% comes from households. 83 tons or 20.65% comes from commercial establishments, hotels and restaurants, marriage halls, gardens, sweeping, animal waste and Mysuru's 3 major markets.
Now Mysuru has got a unique model. We have 100% door-to-door collections. All the 65 wards they are collected daily on door-to-door collection basis. And even from the commercial setups, we have a different network. We have a separate vehicle where they go. We have already demarcated our commercial establishments. It may be hotels or bulk waste generators. So we do collect waste even from the bulk waste generators and commercial setups daily, on daily basis. We have done analysis and nearly 18% of it is dry waste. So these 9 zero waste management units, they are collecting the door-to-door waste, and we are segregating the dry waste. So these dry waste are nowadays they are disposed in a scientific manner. So the dry waste is collected separately, and again these dry waste they are categorized into 18 models. It may be bottles, or it may be rubbers, it may be plastics, or it may be sachets or whatever. Different dry waste they are categorized into 18. It may be papers or it may be aluminum foils. So they are segregated separately, and they are given back to the recyclers. Since we have 100% door-to-door collection, and we have undertaken a lot of IBC activities. So we regularly meet, our self-help groups are regularly actively working. They always go to the doorsteps and educate people regarding segregation of waste at the source itself. So our source segregation is nearly 70 to 80%. So, and many of them are using these biogas units. So the domestic waste is handled there itself in their home, and they are using for biogas purpose. And dry waste we are collecting once or twice in a week separately. So this has helped us a lot in disposing the solid waste management, solid waste in a very scientific manner.
The percentage of waste segregated at source has increased with heightened awareness. MCC hopes to achieve a target of 80% source segregation by the end of 2016. In order to keep the city clean, MCC is still collecting waste that is not segregated at source, so that at least one process is streamlined. Domestic municipal solid waste is collected each day, whereas domestic hazardous waste is collected once a week. Post-segregation, these are sold to recyclers and processors. Streets and markets are swept daily, and the garbage is sent to designated landfill areas for segregation and processing. Bulk generators like hotels and restaurants are required to maintain secondary containers and dispose the waste only in these containers. Dumpster trucks transfer these to compost units. Composting units convert wet waste into organic manure, a process that takes 30 to 40 days. MCC then sells the compost to farmers directly. Some 200 tons of mixed recyclable and non-recyclable waste reaches Mysuru's landfill, where the process of segregation of wet waste and converting it into manure continues. These steps make Mysuru cleaner. They also ensure more materials are recovered in the process and less discards reach the landfill. As a result, pollution is prevented, space is saved, and greenhouse gas emissions are averted. Mysuru has shown how it is possible to reach a near zero waste situation, even when there is a lot of waste to handle. It shows how key segregation is to Swachh Bharat.